We put together a plan and we announced it here in Michigan, our first 100 days and what we're going to do, our freedom agenda, as to how we're going to get this country turned around. And the first thing we talked about is what's on the minds of a lot of people right now, and that is the rising energy costs in this country. We can put millions of Americans, and that's underscoring millions of Americans, back to work if we would unleash the entrepreneurial spirit of our energy sector of the economy. We can drive down prices, decrease our dependency on foreign oil. We can do it all, but we have a president who says no. We have a president who, when the opportunity to open up federal lands for mining and oil and gas drilling, says no. We have a president we have an opportunity to open up offshore. He says no. Deep water, he says no. Alaska, he says no. Build a pipeline, he says no. We need a president who says yes to the American people and energy production. That's right. It's not just the consumer that's affected by it, but it's many communities across this country, rural communities that have been struggling. You look at where the population loss is in this country. You look at where the unemployment rate is highest. It's in areas where the government is shut down and made it virtually impossible for us to use our natural resources, to be able to get to that oil, to get to that coal, to get to that timber, whatever the case may be. Bureaucrats in Washington don't care about flyover country and those sparsely populated areas that provide us the resources upon which we live. I was in one of those areas just a couple weeks ago, in the Bakken in northwestern North Dakota. And I went to a little town of Tioga, North Dakota. Tell you how small Tioga, North Dakota is. That's about the 5th time I've mentioned the speech, and I've yet to get a shout out for Tioga, North Dakota. It's a small town. It's a small town. And it could be a boom town. But they're nervous because the president, the EPA, is hovering. Yes, they're developing oil on private lands. This oil. Yeah, this is oil. Oil out of rock, shale. It leaches oil. In fact, the highest quality oil in the world, light sweet crude. It can produce thousands and thousands of jobs up in northwest North Dakota. But they have trouble. They have trouble getting investors to come here. Why? Because they believe the government is going to shut them down or potentially pull the plug on them. They have a pipeline that they'd love to be able to build to get that oil to market instead of running truck after truck after truck through the roads of North Dakota and then on the rail. This crude that comes out of this rock is a premium product, but not in North Dakota. They have to pay, they get a $32 discount when they sell their oil. Why? Because we have a president who won't let them get their oil to market. Folks, we need a president who's on the side of rural America, who's on the side of small town America, and opens up those energy resources for America.